Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. And I've got my own little personal design team haul. Well, it's not a design team haul, it's my personal haul. I'm just so used to saying design team. Right, and I haven't had any coffee. So I've got a few dies, and one of them is quite a large collection, and I've got some stamps. So I'm going to start with the first one, and I've actually cut this one out. So it's a set of bows that can be used individually or all layered up. Now, because I cut it, you get that piece as well. This piece will actually layer onto whichever one of these, because the rosettes are all the same size. And if I keep myself still, there you go, and hold it that way around. I just absolutely love this. Well, I love bows anyway, and it doesn't matter what colour you cut it in, it just looks fabulous. Now, I have got a sheet of white cardstock here, which hopefully will assist in showing it a lot better, because the weather here today is absolutely appalling. There you go. You can see all of the lovely detail, and all I've done is just layer the one on top of the other. So my idea for something like this, imagine that's your card and you cut it to size. Would be like having a gift bow, and then you could just have a tag with a sentiment coming off it. Really nice and simple, but I just absolutely love that. Let's see how close we can go. Yeah, there we go. And I've used this lovely Christmassy tomatoey red to cut it out, and I love these little tassels behind, because you could actually cut that bit again and have double tassels. But as you can see, I've curled it from the side and layered it up. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And the finished size, I'll do measurements for you once all layered up, is 6.5 inches. So you know, it's going to look really pretty. Really pretty, no matter what you pop it on. Right, next up, and I've got all sorts of stuff all over the place. I've got my stamp block, and I've got my VersaFine ink here. I've got myself a set of tickets, because you can never have enough. And these also come with numbers, and you've also got this strip here, so you can cut it out like that, or you can just put it back in with that on top and get perforations down the middle. But I love that. And of course this die is useful for perforating anything, because you know, sometimes you want to make like a postage stamp out of something, but your stamp is too big for your postage stamp set, if you know what I mean. So you can just take this and just go around the edge of your stamped image and create an image within a perfect size stamp. So I absolutely love that. And your individual ticket here, going from that little dotty line to that one, is, I'm going to say 1 7/8. And then if you wanted to use the whole thing on a card, it's 2 inches wide. But then the entire length of it, going from its loopy bits, is a fraction under 6 inches. So it's another one that I think is absolutely gorgeous. This is the one that I'm going to run away and cut. It's in a bag, which makes it, you know, very reflective. But there's one piece in here I haven't had a chance to cut yet, so I'm going to run away. I'm going to pause and go and cut it. And that's this one. Absolutely gorgeous piece of lace with its own background, crocheted, all of those different flowers. You've got swirly bits. I'm turning it around. You've got this gorgeous frilly edge that you can use like a ribbon, and then you've got this one which goes at the bottom of a banner. So if you imagine a fishtail banner like that, that would go to the bottom of a large one. Absolutely love it. Just all of those gorgeous crocheted flowers. So I'm just going to pause. I'm going to go and cut this one, and I will be right back. Right, so I went away and did that. And for anyone who doesn't know how to separate these dies, they come on pips like this, and you just take your snips and bend, and they come off. Now, if you decide to squeeze and snap together, you can end up getting bits that fly off everywhere. So just hold it firmly and twist, and then you'll get a little piece that you can pop straight into the bin. And that's the way I prefer to do it. Except, of course, sometimes, can you see, I hold that die. Because if you don't, sometimes bits can fly off and, you know, like me, you lose them. Like what was it I made last week? I used a foxtail as a bear arm because I'd cut too, you know, quickly and it had flown off. But these are the snips that I use, and I do link them down on my Amazon store affiliate links, which are below my video. I always try to link everything that I show, unless it's no longer available. So there's two. I didn't use those. So what I did was I cut this one, and I haven't finished poking it out yet. And I also cut the backer, because it comes with a backer in the die like that, so that you can have a solid back if you want to. So here's what I did. Isn't that gorgeous? I just popped it onto a piece of craft cardstock. Oh, look at that detail. And then you've got all of these lovely, lovely flowers. And, you know, I haven't separated those yet. But you've got all these separate pieces. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, it does. It layers on top of that one so that you can build it up 3D. And then this one, the large one, goes on top of here. And you can build that up 3D as well. I just think it's so pretty. And you do have to excuse my voice. I do not know what's going on with my throat, although I am back at the doctor next week, so maybe you can tell me. But I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. Now, I will measure it, complete with its backer, and try and get it straight. There we go. So that is 5 3/8 of an inch. So it's going to fill a card. But you can cut your different layers, like in pastel pink or anything like that, and just keep building it up. But that is a whole card. I just think that's absolutely stunning. So I've got that bow, and I've got my bit of lace, and I had to cut out this strip. So I did cut that strip out, and I just did that in some rough white cardstock. And that is just a plain frill. So let's go along here and have a look. And we are at 7 1/16, which is just over 7 inches. So I've got that one, and I cut it in just white cardstock. So you can have a look, hopefully, at the detail. There you go. Now you can just run a little bit of ink over that so that you're bumping the highs and the lows. In fact, I'll just grab an ink pad. Hang on. Right, so I don't have a clue how much ink is left on this foamy sponge, but I'm going to use it. Just going to move those out of the way and bring this in here, and let's see what we've got. So I've got a little bit of glitter there that I don't want. I'm just going to gently drag it. Ooh, I've got a little bit of ink on there, so that's alright. I've just curled my end up. And I think I'm going to get some black soot. Hang on a second. Right, now black soot is one that I use a lot of, so my foams tend to be a little bit raggedy when it comes to me using black soot, and little bits can end up coming off. But just wanted to play so that you can see the great definition in this. Such an unusual die to be able to, you know, add a little frill around something. So I'm just quite happy to tickle the edges here. I'm pretty sure my colour schemes aren't everyone's taste, but I'm just grabbing little scraps. And then I'm going to try just a little bit here and there. And then try rubbing it back again with whatever's left on my brush. I like that. Kind of a spooky colour combination. And then I'm going to use this again and go down. So my lace is a little bit tattered and worn. My frilly bit needs a wash. There we go. Oh, I do love to play. So there's our little bit of scruffed up ribbon. Oh, I love that. I'm hoping it shows up clearly. But I just absolutely love the details in that die. So whether that's a trim along the edge of a journal page, or using it as a bump, or even on a card, it's just a fantastic set. I absolutely love it. There's just so much in it. So much fun in one set. Love it. Right, I'm just going to pause while I grab my stamps. Right, so my first stamp set is this one. And it's all little elements that you can stamp in different colours. You've got that gorgeous candy cane. And I've got this vintage Santa mug and Santa. And all the layering and face pieces, which are really vintage. And I've got a bow and a little speckled bit. And I've got sort of like a cancellation mark and a Merry Christmas, International Express, and a little compass pointer finder doodah, whatever it is you call them. Yeah. So that is my first set. I'm going to try and stamp from this one at the end because I've got to use colours. And this one as well is colours. So you get a bow and then you get all of the elements to change the design of the bow. And you've got them in dots and stripes. And then you've got the tails in dots and stripes. I've got a Christmas tree. I've got a really lovely star. And look, you get the teeny weeny stand that you can stamp in a different colour for the Christmas tree. And then you've got that tiny just for you. I'm putting my finger in there. And then you've got a 4. You've got a little label set that you can stamp. You've got a snow flurry. You've got the holly berry stars. You've got that lovely little Merry Christmas. And then you've got teeny tiny ornaments that can go on your tree. Look at the size of that candy cane. I don't even know if that's showing up. But I've got my finger under it. But just absolutely gorgeous. So that's my other set. And then my next one I think is really cute. Now these little characters, you'll recognise these. These have been turned into dies many years ago. But now we see them as stamps. So it's just a lot of little sentiments and little label swirls and what have you. I love that wonderful script. We've got a Dear Santa. All kinds of cute stuff to go on your envelope. Love it. Absolutely love it. So we're going to stamp that one in a second. And then this one, as soon as I saw it, I fell in love. Because it's got so much open space to it. So that you almost don't have to do the snow, if you know what I mean. But things like this, I'd just love to stamp them on journal pockets and on jar shaped dies and things like that, so that you can have your lovely winter scene going on inside a jar. But I love that. Love it. And then I've got some words. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Because I do like my Dymo tape, and it just reminded me of that. Yeah. I wish it could be Christmas every day. No, you know, not wishing to be controversial, but, you know. Yeah. That needed to be spaced a bit better, I think. Then we've got Deck the Halls, Jingle All the Way, Winter Wonderland, Here Comes Santa Claus, and Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Just really lovely. And they can be stamped in different colours too. And then stamps, yes. So I got these bug stamps, and if you look in here you can see like 18p and 5p, and that's British money. Yeah. And I got a 25p and a 50p, and they've all got these gorgeous, I'm trying to get some focus here, maybe if I use a sheet of white cardstock that might help me out. So let's pop that onto there, and hopefully you can see it a lot better. It's just got a really shiny surface on it, but I absolutely love it. I love nature stuff. So we've got mail card, postcard, we've got the wavy lines, we've got beetle post, and we've got bug mail. But if that's not showing up clearly, I do apologise. But it's a great set of stamps. I really love that one. And then I have another Christmas where you can stamp in solid colours again, and then you've got all the little wheel elements. That bit there would go along there to be the back of your truck. What on earth does that tiny little word say? Let's find out. No, it's just a little tiny cancellation, I think. Unless it's a pattern that goes on the wheel arch or on the side of the truck in here. Or maybe even on the door. So we've got trees, we've got bows, we've got packages with different designs to stamp on top. We've got the little car, and we've got the van and the tree farm. Just really cute. Love it. And then we have this one, which is Merry and Magical. Great for a circle die, and I do keep my circle dies all together. So I've got a circle for everything. But little elements like this are just absolutely gorgeous for putting onto tags. Just a perfect size. And then we've got that hot cocoa. Oh, that's better. Walking in a winter wonderland. Bundle up. All together. This is home. Snow day. Love this tradition. Great one to put on a photograph. Yeah, just absolutely love those. Right, let's do some stamping. I'm just going to pause. Okay, so I'm going to do that open line tree stamp first, and I'm using, this is upside down. This is a really, really old stamp block. It's a big one, and it's a journaling stamp block, and you've got the wavy edge. So, and talking about big stamp blocks, I went into the Spellbinders Black Friday sale, and I managed to get myself 2 slimline size stamp blocks, and they were only $2 each. So I'm waiting for those to be delivered, because you can never have enough stamp blocks. They're used for all sorts of things. I mean, if you look at this one, you know, you can see the age on there. I mix paints and all sorts on them. They're just great. They're great for palettes. So let's have a look at this. One of the things I actually forgot to get was, I saw somewhere that the VersaFine Claire was only $4 and something a pad, and I really wish that I got some. But I might just get a refill for this one instead. So let's flip that over and let's look at what we got. I'm pretty sure I inked it all over, so we're going to find out now if I've got any errors. Another nice reason for a block like this is you can stamp, see that? I didn't put any pressure down, is that you can stamp the other way, and I'm going to do that. So you put your stamp block down. You put your ink onto there. Make sure you get your ink all over. And then, just so that you can see the error at the top of this one compared to what I'm about to do now with my pressure, I'm just going to flip it over. I'm going to move it down a bit so I can get that up to there. And then I'm just going to put my cardstock down, and I'm going to give it a rub. Now, I will tell you, I've got terrible humidity here today. So all of my cardstock quite literally just feels like tissue paper to me today. Let's have a look and see what we got now. There you go. We did it properly this time. But you've got great outlines that you can fill in with watercolour. Just really lovely. I absolutely love that set. You can see what I did when I wasn't paying attention. But that's how it's supposed to look. Just really, I just absolutely love it. Ooh. Great with your brushos as well for colouring stuff like that. Right, so that's that one. And I'm going to peel that off, because I'm not sure what else I'm going to have stuck down on there. So I'll just move that off to the edge. And I think I'll stamp one of my bugs. Yeah, let's stamp a bug. Just need to open the package. I think I'm going to do the big ladybird one, because I really like that. I mean, I've got several stamp platforms, and I should have used one, but because I dropped the camera down, the lid, when I open it, it just hits the camera. So sometimes it's just better for me to go in and do stuff like this. But I just like to know that things are stamping. Right, I'm pretty sure that I got ink on my stamp. And I'm just going to pop that down on there. Just stick your finger, hold it in place. And let's see what we got. Ooh, we went blurred. It's really grey outside. It's turning quite cold. Oh, there we go. Lovely vintage ladybird. Oh, I like that. So I'm very happy with that set. And now I'm going to, let's have a look through here. I think I'm going to finish off by stamping this bow. Now that's going to be fun, because really you should use a stamp platform for doing stuff like this, because you need to get it aligned properly. So, you know, just don't pay any attention to what I'm doing, and you do it properly. I think my round stamp block might fit this. Yes, it does. And this is my Alina Craft stamp block. So now I've stopped doing big stuff, I'm going to move that one out of the way. I'm just heaping everything on top of my table. So I'm going to start with another clean stack of cardstock. I get this. Because I've got to be honest with you, I am absolutely zero good at lining stamps up when it comes to layering. And if it wasn't for having a stamp platform, I just couldn't do it. Honestly, I just couldn't. I wouldn't be able to see what I was doing. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to make sure that I'm pressing on all my bits. And then just give it a final squeeze, and let's see what we got. Right, so we've got a lovely bow. Now we've got infill pieces, and I think I'm going to go with, I think I'll go with the stripes. I think that's going to be easier to see. So we've got all of these pieces that come with this stamp set that fill out all those bits. So I'm looking at that bit and I'm wondering where that bit goes. And I think that these are actually meant to overlap. So we're going to play jigsaw puzzles with these. Right, that's going to go there. And that one definitely goes there because it's got the curve. Maybe even goes down onto that bit. But I'm just going to stamp them loosely anyway and have some fun. because it's nice when stuff goes outside of the lines. So I've got festive berries, but I've also got kitsch flamingo. I think I'm going to use my flamingo. So let's make sure I've got my bits the right way around. Let's go on this one first. Right, that has definitely picked up some ink. And you've got to remember that I'm kind of like trying to look at the camera to see where stuff goes. And I do know, having looked, that these stamps are not supposed to fit within the outlines perfectly, if you know what I mean. They're supposed to overlap, like the kind of printed images that you get. You know, Maggie Holmes type things. So this will totally work outside of the image. But my brain tells me that this goes like this. So I'm going there. Maybe I should have gone a little bit higher up, because I shouldn't be down in that bit. But I know that that is the way that that goes, and it crosses across that bit there. And then I got my dangly bits for my bows. Just getting ink all over my stamp block. Now I need to decide which bit goes where, and that goes there. So that's that one. And then of course you fussy cut these out and make yourself some nice bits of ephemera. I'm trying to think how that one goes. Probably like that. There. Now, I will confess that that is totally wrong. I did screw up on that bit. But that is what I have for you today. I have shared my haul. I've done a little bit of die cutting, a little bit of stamping, and I absolutely love everything that I've got. Right, I thank you so much for joining me. I am going to be up tomorrow with a design team haul from KS Craft, and it actually covers the month of February, which is it's quite a surprise. So if you needed a break from Christmas, even though we haven't had Christmas yet, then make sure you tune in tomorrow. Right, I hope you have an absolutely awesome day, and as usual, all links below. Bye.